Today, the human population is confused. There are many who loves milk. There are many others who are unable to withstand milk. And then we have these confusing articles telling us that you should be avoiding it like a plague. Well, what is the reality? Is it absolutely inflammatory? Or can it do any kind of good to your health? Let's explore this in today's video. Is cow's milk only for the calves, or is it also for us humans? During the initial months, when you are being exclusively breastfed up to 6 months, you just need the mother's milk. Once you start weaning off, then comes into the picture cow's milk or ideally goat milk, preferably well diluted and infused with the right kind of herb depending on your body type. So yes, cow's milk is absolutely amazing for your child's growth and development, especially the nervous system, brain, and bones and joints. Which is the best source of milk? Can you go for the packeted ones, tetra packed ones, or should you be opting for the fresher source of milk? Well, ideally, as you may already know, you should be opting for the freshest, purest source of milk, preferably from a nearby farm, or if you have a cattle fed at home, nothing better than that. Now you may think that isn't that quite impossible in today's world? Well, no, there are quite a good number of households across the globe with a cattle feed even now, at least with one cow. Now, if the cow is being fed with grass and not the artificial feed and is allowed to grass feed in the open land, nothing as best as that. If you do not have access to this, try opting for grass-fed, farm-fresh A2 milk, because A2 is the closest to breast milk, making it easier to be digested. Now, while we are on that, you may wonder, what is the difference between A1 and A2? They are almost the same, except for the presence of a different amino acid in the 67th chain. But that exactly is what makes a whole lot of difference, because then it becomes easier to be digested for the human gut. Now that you know that if you are fit for cow's milk, what is the best way to consume it? Can you consume it right out of the fridge? Should it be boiled? Shouldn't you be pasteurizing it? Of course, as you may know, if you have access to warm, fresh milk, you can consume that. But if it has crossed even more than 20 minutes, then in that case, you should be boiling, preferably diluting and infusing with specific herb. For any common man, turmeric suits well because that reduces the kapha aggravating property and mucus formation property of milk. The second best herb is dry ginger powder. If you are prone to delayed digestion, then you can opt for the same. Now, if you're looking for some nootropic herbs wherein you want to make your brain smarter, then you can opt for Brahmi, Jatamansi, Bacopa, or even blue pea. Can the consumption of cow's milk lead to formation of phlegm? Well, yes, this is one of the commonest complications that we come across. And that is because you are either feeding your child with milk when it cannot digest. Now, what are the common circumstances that can happen? Either the child is being fed when his stomach is already full and he's not hungry, or there is an ongoing infection, cough, cold, phlegm, mucus formation, or if he is a kapha kind, the well-rounded baby who doesn't get very strong hunger pang, then in that case your child doesn't need the kapha from the milk. In that case, when you feed, it leads to accumulation and formation of phlegm, leading to respiratory distress. Therefore, it is the best for the Vata or the Pitta Prakriti kids who have a fairly good appetite. Also, to ensure that you are not mixing it with the wrong kind of food, like along with the breakfast cereal or fruits, yogurt, or the salt-containing food. In that case, you are actually making him prone to these kind of respiratory disorders. Can milk cause IBS-like symptoms? Well, yes, if you're usually prone to loose bowels on a daily basis, then in that case it acts as a laxative. Now, if there is ama, the presence of inflammation or kapha imbalance in you, then in that case it is going to give you stomach pain, followed by frequent bouts of bowel evacuation or even constipation and even headache, then in that case, it is going to lead to condition like IBS. If your child doesn't like milk and if you still force feed, can it lead to complication? Well, yes. Let us identify this fact that, or rather acknowledge this fact that if your child needs it, he will ask for it. This is the basic rule for humans or rather animals of any age group. Say for example, if you are not hungry and if you overeat, how will you feel? Won't you feel indigestion, discomfort, bloating and all sorts of discomfort? The same is what your baby is going to feel when you overfeed him or feed him when he is not asking for it. If your baby's body is not suitable for milk, then in that case, do not feed. If he's really hungry and if he's normally able to digest it well, he is suitable for milk. Is pasteurized milk bad? It is not as best as fresh milk because it is undergoing a certain process. Now, if you worry whether the good bacteria is going to get killed along with the bad bacteria because of keeping the milk out for a long period, the good bacteria also gets killed. But when you weigh the positives, it is best to have pasteurized milk if you do not have a cattle feed at home. Can pairing milk with other foods create trouble? Yes, absolutely. In fact, the only reason milk has become notorious in today's world is because we pair it with the wrong kind of food. Fruits, salt-containing food, yogurt, meat, egg, seafood. You combine with any of these, milk is going to act up. It is going to become inflammatory, Ayurvedically called Vidahi and Utkleshi, leading to a lot of secretions roaming around in your body, which is called ama, and it shows up almost immediately on your skin in the form of eczema, psoriasis, or even plain simple itching. If at all you want to combine, the best options are rice, wheat, sugar. All others can wait. Is plant-based milk good enough? Isn't that the best option than cow's milk? Well, it looks like milk. Unfortunately, it has got nothing to do with the cow's milk. And that is because the common sources of plant-based milk are soya, which is inflammatory, oat, which causes bloating, almonds, which are quite heating, and then you have cashew, which can instantaneously increase your cholesterol levels. Now, it is not going to give you any of the complications like that you get from lactose in the milk, but it is not going to give you any of the benefits that you're looking for from milk, like helping your endocrine system, working on your brain, skin, bones, hair, none of these. So if you want to just consume plant-based milk because you want to give it a flavor, you may go ahead. But do not bother consuming it thinking that it can give you all the benefits of cow's milk. Well, many of the things that I've shared out here is not going to suit your conscience or your knowledge backup. But if there are more things that you want me to get addressed, let me know in the comments.